Last week, on our Christmas program, one of our guest stars was Margaret O'Brien of the movie. She did so well, too well to suit me, that she's with us again this week, a sort of Christmas hangover for me. I wish I could take an Anderson and make her disappear. But she's been held over by popular demand. Not mine, you understand. The child is too talented, much too talented. After all, a job is a job.
I'm not trying to take your job, Miss Bankhead.
Well, darling little Margaret O'Brien.
I want to thank you, Miss Bankhead, for your lovely Christmas present.
Oh, did you like it, darling?
Oh, yes. It was sweet of you to send me a one-way railroad ticket to California.
I thought I wrapped it nicely.
Oh, it was super.
It was what, dear?
It was super.
A chief, of course.
But I'm not going back to California, Miss Bankhead.
You're not?
I'm going to stick right close to you.
You are not.
Because I've decided I want to be a great actress just like you are.
Oh, darling, isn't he sweet?
There's so much I can learn from you, Miss Bankhead.
Oh, Margaret, you may call me Tallulah.
Oh, may I? Thank you.
So you want to be an actress, little Margaret?
Yes, I do, big Tallulah. You see, I think a person should have an ambition, a goal in life. For 13 years now, I've been drifting aimlessly. Of course, for the last 7 years, I made a niche for myself in the movies.
Yes, a 7-year niche. And what did you do the first 6 years of your life? You're just a bum, I suppose.
Yes, those were bad years. I was disorganized, confused, tortured. I couldn't decide whether I should be in the theater or the movies. I became so nervous I was eating 2 packs of chocolate cigarettes a day.
Yes, I see you still have the chocolate stains on your index finger. And I'll bet you used to hit that pablum bottle pretty hard, too.
But now I know that the theater is my real life. And you're the one I want to pattern myself after.
Oh, isn't he sweet?
To be an actress like you, acclaimed by the critics, applauded by the public, a magnetic, dynamic, electric personality. So lit up.
Watch your language, child.
I mean, the way you walk out on the stage without any assistance. That's acting, Miss Tallulah.
That's black coffee, child.
That's my ambition, to be a big star like you are. And then, after I've had my success, and if I had to retire and wind up on radio like you did, well, those are the chances a person has to take.
Darling, how would you like a shot in the head? Besides Margaret, actresses never retire. They are always between plays.
Between plays?
Yes, remember that. And besides Margaret, I must warn you the theater's an exacting taskmaster. To become a fine actress, it will take you years.
Oh, I don't care. I want to become a fine actress like you. Even if it takes me years and years and years and years.
Now,
and
just
years.
just a minute. I wonder where this child is getting her material. Margaret, here's lesson number 2. An actress is very sensitive about her age. But then I wouldn't expect you to understand that at the tender age of 13.
12 and a half. I want to be just as sensitive as you are.
Oh, Margaret, you're just a child. Now, why are we standing here talking about the theater? Such grown-up talk for a little girl. Let's talk about the holiday season. Now, let me tell you all about New Year's Eve.
No, don't tell me all about New Year's Eve. Why don't you just tell me all about Eve?
So that's where she's been getting her material. Little Margaret here is interested in the story of your musical comedy. Why don't you tell her what it's all about?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. We're not allowed to give away the plot.
Oh, you can't even give it away.
You're so wrong, Tallulah. We're selling out every performance.
I got in on a couple of passes.
Yes, that's what I heard. The manager made one, and the box office man made one.
You're just jealous because you can't get any tickets and you're in the show.
It just so happens, Tallulah, darling, that I have 2 very good seats with me.
Yes, you have, darling. And it might interest you to know that when I saw your show, I was sitting in the very front row. I'm sure you must have seen me.
Oh, no. I never look way up there.
And now, just a moment. Why is it that everyone who comes on the show starts picking on me? I try to be pleasant.
Oh, excuse me, Tallulah.
What is it, Margaret?
Let me, please. Hello, Vivian, darling.
Why, Margaret O'Brien, hello. Golly, I haven't seen you in years. Remember when I met you out in Hollywood when I was making pictures? Well, you remember. You must have seen me in State Fair.
Oh, yes, darling. You won a blue ribbon for that, didn't you?
That's my girl who said that.
Well, that's a new twist. Hiring a little girl to insult your guests.
Oh, no, Vivian. Margaret didn't really mean it. She's just trying to help me out. Very, very interested in seeing your play. Now, you said you had a couple of tickets.
Why, yes, indeed I have. I'll be glad to give them to her.
Oh, wonderful, darling. I hope she'll be able to understand it. The show is quite adult, I hear.
How old are you now, Margaret?
11.
Oh. Why, she'll be able to understand it, because by the time she can use these tickets, she'll be 15.
You have tickets 4 years in advance.
Why not? Every night there's a sign in front of the box office that says SRO, standing room only.
So what? When I was in Private Life, we had the SRO sign in the box office, too.
Yes, it was SRO. 6 rows only.
Margaret O'Brien keeps tagging after me because she's made up her mind she wants to be an actress in the theater. Just like I am. I feel as if I'm her fairy grandmother. That should be godmother. That misprint was deliberate.
Oh, Tallulah.
Yes, Margaret, darling.
I just saw Gloria Swanson and Jose Ferrer come into the studio.
Yes, Margaret, yes, darling. They're going to do a scene later in the program from 20th Century, the play they're starring in on Broadway now. It's a drawing room comedy.
What's a drawing room comedy?
Drawing room comedy is, it's usually a play where a lot of rich people pay $6.60 to see a lot of poor actors acting like a lot of rich people.
Gee, it must be wonderful to be in a play on Broadway. I wish I was as great an actress as Gloria Swanson.
I beg your pardon, child. How about me?
Oh, I mean you, too. I wish we both were as great an actress as Gloria.
Darling, I love Gloria. No one better. Why, we are very dear friends. But this is her very first play on Broadway. I've been in dozens of plays.
Oh, I know. I know them all. And what fun you must have had in them. Private Lives, The Little Foxes, Skin of Our Teeth, Dark Victory, Rain, Reflected Glory, Mr. Roberts.
Margaret. I was never in Mr. Roberts. That's a play with all men in it.
I know, but wouldn't it be fun?
Why, Miss O'Brien, when I was your age, I never... what were you saying, darling?
I was just thinking how wonderful it would be to be a big star in the theater and have your pictures in all the papers and the magazines. I once saw your picture on the cover of Life magazine. How did you ever get them to put your picture on the cover of Life?
Well, someday, darling, I'll explain the facts of life.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. Can I have your autograph?
Why, of course, dear child.
Would you write it on these 3 pieces of paper?
Well, an autograph and triplicate. I am honored.
I need 3 because the kids outside the theater told me that for 3 Tallulah Bankheads, you can get 1 Gloria Swanson.
I was just stabbed.
Oh, I didn't mean what you think. I meant what I said. I meant because everybody wants your autograph. That's why I'd like 3 of them. And very few people want Gloria Swanson. You see? Does that sound better?
Darling, have you ever thought of giving up the theater and becoming a surgeon? You put that knife in so gently.